Harold's fleet of longships glide up the misty English river before dawn, their dragon prows reflecting firelight. He stands at the prow, studying the unfamiliar shore. Edric kneels at a simple wooden altar, praying quietly for his homeland, as the bells of his manor church ring in the distance. News of Viking arrivals weighs heavily on his mind. Thyra sharpens her axe on the deck beside Harald, eyes scanning the gloom for threats. Her mind races as she recalls battles past and wonders what this land holds. Leofwine inspects the defenses at his hilltop estate, assigning guards to the wooden palisade. Years of raids have left him vigilant but weary. Harald calls a council among his jarls, discussing plans to raid or parley. His voice carries authority, demanding unity despite rivalries. Edric receives word of Viking landings. Gathering his household retainers, he prepares to ride to Leofwine's estate for counsel. Thyra volunteers to lead a scouting party, seeking the best path through the dense English woodland. Her keen senses guide the way. Leofwine welcomes Edric with grim news. Together they vow to defend their lands, but discuss the mysterious strength of these new Viking arrivals. Harald inspects the spoils from a successful coastal raid, silver, livestock, and captured supplies, while warning his men against needless bloodshed. Thyra returns, reporting nearby English patrols. Harald contemplates an offer of truce to divide the land peacefully. Edric attends a hasty council of local nobles. Tempers flare over strategy. Some call for negotiation, others demand resistance. Leofwine urges caution, advocating for a fortified defense rather than open battle, and suggests sending envoys to Harald. Harald writes a missive in runes, proposing peace and an alliance if territory is ceded. Thyra volunteers to deliver it. Thyra rides with a handful of warriors and the missive, making her way toward the Anglo-Saxon stronghold through hidden tracks. Edric receives Thyra and her warriors at the gates with suspicion. They parley under banners of truce. Leofwine oversees the guarded exchange, prepared to strike if talk sour. Thyra delivers the runic offer with cool diplomacy. Debate rages among the English leaders about accepting Harald's proposal. Some see opportunity, others only treachery. Thyra leaves, carrying the English response back to Harald. Her expression is unreadable as she departs under heavy guard. Harald learns of the mixed reply, an offer of negotiation, but with demands. He weighs war or compromise in council with his jarls. Edric and Leofwine arrange a secret meeting with a trusted priest to advise on Christian oaths and treaties. Thyra confides in Harald about the English, warning that they seem divided but are cunning. Harald values her insight, hinting at a new plan. Leofwine drills his men at dawn, ensuring their discipline should battle erupt. Edric inspects defenses on horseback. Harald hosts a feast to boost morale among his troops, praising their valor. Old stories of raids and brotherhood are told late into the night. Thyra practices alone at dawn, training fiercely on the riverbank. Her resolve burns brighter as the coming days promise danger. Edric secretly meets with a lesser Viking chieftain to glean intelligence. Their encounter is tense but revealing. Leofwine receives a coded message warning of a planned night raid by a rival Viking band. Harald's scouts report movement among the rival Danes. Sensing opportunity, he plans to confront them and offer a tentative alliance. Thyra intercepts a message from the rivals, confirming their willingness to bargain. The next move is Harald's. Leofwine and Edric brace for unrest as villagers flee toward their keep, frightened by rumors of betrayal and fresh raids. Harald and Thyra parley with the rival Viking chieftain by moonlight, forging a precarious, strategic alliance. Edric's spies return with word that some Danes now work with Harald. He and Leofwine wonder how best to exploit the rivalry. Leofwine counsels patience, waiting to see if the new alliance will hold or fracture. Edric sharpens his blade, ready either way. Harald gathers both Danish and rival groups, declaring their united purpose to claim land and peace through combined strength. Ira is reluctantly tasked with keeping discipline between the restless, newly allied bands. Her reputation keeps tension at bay, for now. As the pink rays of dawn stretch over the misty river, Harald stands on the prow of his largest longship, surveying the English village nestled among the marshes. On the village edge, Edric directs villagers to reinforce barricades, his sharp eyes searching for any movement on the water. Thyra leads her scouting party through waterlogged fields, keen eyes scanning for signs of an English ambush in the tangled hedgerows. Leofwine greets Edric atop a weathered palisade. With a stern nod, he gestures to the distant fleet, heavy with concern but ready for debate. Harald meets secretly with his trusted jarls near the riverbank, outlining his plan, forceful negotiation, with raiding as a last resort. Ira returns, reporting to Harald. Her words are sharp, her gaze unflinching. English defenses are stronger, but villagers are weary. Edric whispers prayers in the shadowy church, seeking guidance. The candles flicker as dread and hope battle in his heart. Leofwine inspects the gates, correcting a nervous guard's grip and urging courage. He promises to stand with them through dawn and dusk. Harald convenes his war council, voices clashing. Some urge a swift raid, others favor Harald's more measured approach. In a rain-swept field, Thyra clashes with a stubborn rival Viking, demanding discipline for the alliance's sake. Tension briefly flares, then passes. Edric and Leofwine study a battered map by lantern light, tracing possible points of negotiation with anxious, tense discussion. Under a full moon, Harald's ships glide silently upriver, their shields painted and polished, unsettling the sleepless villagers. Ira inspects the Norse camp's watchfires, checking that all are alert. She trades quiet encouragements and stern warnings with the sentries. At dawn, Edric is summoned to a tense council in a timber hall. Disputes break out among the English over whether to trust the Viking offers. Leofwine remains skeptical, counseling caution as he speaks quietly with Edric. He fears treachery rather than open battle. Harald dispatches Thyra again, this time to deliver a formal message and token, his silver arm ring. It shimmers in her calloused palm. Thyra returns to Harald's longship before dawn, carrying the English council's answer. They will talk, but on guarded terms. Harald meets Thyra on deck, examining the English reply and mulling over their guarded invitation.